Every time I tell somebody this story, they have the most horrified look on their face. And when I tell you, I have tried to record this video 10 times. So this happened when my son was about 5 months old. Him and I were sharing a room. I was about to go to sleep for the night and I was scrolling on my phone, and I'm at my parents' house, by the way, at this point. So I roll over in my bed with my phone to face the direction of my bedroom door, which I had kept open before all of this happened. I hear somebody walking up the stairs, which I assume is my brother because he had lived there too at the time. But he stops at the top of the stairs and he kind of just like peeks into my room just a little bit, and I know it's him because it's like his face and his height and his hair. Like, he had an afro at the time. That was the outline of my brother. And so I look at him and I'm like, what are you doing? And he doesn't answer me. He just keeps staring at me. At this point, because it's dark, I could only see the outline of him, or it moves in front, like right center in my door, and it's just staring at me. And I look at him and I'm like, Sam, what do you need? This all happened in 0.0005 seconds, okay? So as soon as I realized that is not my brother, I sit up in bed, like jolt up in bed. And as I do that, I'm still staring directly at whatever it was. It just disintegrates like sand into the air. I don't know how else to explain it. I sound crazy, I know. I don't go to sleep that night. I'm wide awake. So at this point, I shut my bedroom door because absolutely not. I'm about to go to bed again. I'm scrolling on my phone and I roll over once again to face the direction of the door. This time, in the pitch black, it's the outline of my son's father. And at first, I was like, why are you just standing there? Because he was living with us at the time. And then I realized in my brain, Dios dad didn't spend the night that night. He's not supposed to be here. And how could he get in my house at 10 o'clock at night when everybody's asleep? I grabbed my phone, I turned the flashlight on, but this time I saw like this, again, 0.005 seconds, just like this super pale face, no eyes, no nose, no mouth, but like this menacing feeling attached to it. And again, just like sand, gone. So at this point, I'm not a super religious person, but I feel like I needed some Jesus Christ in this moment. So I go to my parents, I tell them what's been going on. My parents were not a believer before this story. I've always had weird things happen to me throughout my life with paranormal stuff, and they just don't believe me. But I asked my mom to get one of her close friends, a close family friend, to come pray over my room because she's done that type of work for years. She goes and prays over people's houses who have spirits attached to them. So to her, it's just to like entertain me and make me feel safer. So the family friend comes over and she's like, I'm going to go pray over your room and see what's going on. And I was like, perf. She goes up there. She's up there for like an hour, for a very, very, very long time. But who am I to judge? I don't do seances. You know what I mean? I don't know. To sum it up with you, when she did come back downstairs, she talked to my mom for a bit and then she leaves. My mom told me that her friend told her that of all her years doing this, she's never walked into a room or a house and got instantly chills all over her body. And that's exactly what happened when she walked into my room. She said she prayed over it for that long amount of time. Whatever was there was gone. She rebuked it, I guess, in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. But she said if it does come back, she like told me certain prayers to do to make it go away. My parents from that day forward are complete believers in the spiritual realm. I am as well. That was like so terrifying. I haven't seen it since. Please, Lord, that was the wrong hand, but you get it. Like, I don't want to see it ever again.
This is definitely a bizarre story, isn't it? I must admit. You know, paranormal ghost stories and that type of thing are, you got to take it with a pinch of salt, if you like. Yeah, some people love them, some people hate them, some people don't really care for them. Obviously, for this woman, the fact that she is pretty adamant that she's seen a ghost or seen the outline of somebody she knows is obviously you can kind of get quite believable. I mean, it's a difficult one because I've had situations in the past myself where I think, I've seen a ghost or I've heard something when in reality it's either I've heard wrong or it's something in my head that makes me think I've heard it or I've seen it. And to be honest, from how the story's gone so far, just over 3 minutes in, I kind of get the impression that she's subconsciously thinking about these people, so then her brain draws up an image of these people and places it at the door. Possibly, I could be completely wrong. I could just be speculating. I could be right. Who knows? But the fact that this has happened twice now, it's at the same time, you know, she's just come off her phone, she's about to go to bed, it's pitch black, and it's at the door. For me, it's a little bit of a coincidence, but you know, she's definitely spooked by it, and she's asked her one friend to pray over her room, which hopefully will only do her good. We'll just see if she's had any other paranormal encounters apart from those two, because the fact that those two both happened that night at the same location, at the same sort of setting, like it's I don't know, I think it's a brain just playing tricks on us, to be honest.